my drive shaft. Okay, right down here, my drive shaft. Securely mounted, not cracked or damaged. Great big long piece of metal, right? Not bent or twisted. Okay, this is my U-joints. Okay. Now don't get that grease on you, it won't come out. U-joints. Securely mounted, free of debris. Can't have any debris in there. All right, now, this is the point where you have to make the decision what you want to go to next. A lot of people go right into their suspension, then their axle, then do your fifth wheel, then come back and do the front of the trailer and all that. I prefer just to start, because the trailer's going to be right here. I start with the front of my trailer. My clearance lights, those are considered on the front of the trailer. Securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, proper colors amber, and they're clean. Now I'm going to come down to my bulkhead. Right? Securely mounted, no bolts or holes, will contain the load. I come down, I've already talked about my glad hands. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my fifth wheel and work my way down. This is my apron. Securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not bent. If it's bent, your kingpin won't be sitting up and straight up and down. It'll be messed up. So apron, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not bent. That would leave me my fifth wheel assembly. Okay, you have three main components to this fifth wheel assembly: your skid plate, your platform, and your sliding rail or sliding fifth wheel. Now be careful, if you get this grease on you, it does not come out. I don't care what you try, it doesn't come out. In fact, you get it on your skin, it takes days to get it to. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is my skid plate. Securely mounted to my platform, not cracked or damaged, properly lubricated. There's no gap between my skid plate and my apron. Alright? Mention my platforms when I talk about it. My platform, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged. All hardware intact. My sliding rail or sliding fifth wheel, whichever you want to call it, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, no broken welds. My pins are in the locked position. My locking pins are in the locked position. My release arm or release handle is pushed in the locked position. Okay, this is air actuated, right? So I'm going to talk about my air. Brake air line. Secured at both ends, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and not leaking. See that canister looking thing with the piston going in and out? That's called an actuator. Securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not leaking. That's your air system. Okay, all my mounting pins and bolts intact. It only leaves me two things. That's going to be my kingpin, which is up under there, my locking jaws, which is right in here. Okay? We're not going to talk about those yet. There's only two things left for my fifth wheel assembly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and start my suspension. Okay, remember I said your suspension is exactly the same except front. Only difference is you add an airbag to it. So you start off the same way. Front and rear leaf spring mounts, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, all hardware intact. And bushings. Leaf springs, securely mounted, not cracked or broken, not shifted. U-bolts, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, all hardware intact. My nuts on the bottom. My shock, upper and lower shock mounts and bushings, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, all hardware intact. My shock, not bent, twisted, or leaking. That leads me to my new thing here. My airbag, upper and lower mounts, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, all hardware intact. That's my airbag. Airbag is nothing but a great big bag, right? airbags, really mounted, no abrasion, bulges, cuts, not leaking. That completes my suspension. Now, you notice the trailer's right here, isn't it? So it's real hard to see all. This is why you have to have this stuff memorized. Now we're going to go into our axle. Brake airline secured at both ends, no abrasion, bulges, cuts, not leaking. Brake chamber securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not bent or dented, whichever you want to say, not leaking. Now, if you notice, even right now, you can't see your push rod or slack adjuster. That's why everybody misses it. They don't have it memorized and saying it in order. Push rod and slack adjuster securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not bent, all hardware intact. No more than 1 inch of play when pulled by hand and brakes released. Right brake lining, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not worn excessively thin, no grease or oil, contaminants or debris. Brake drums, securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not bent, all hardware intact, no illegal holes or welds. My inner, now this is where you can have a change from up there. Now we got 2 tires, 2 ribs, and 2 valves and caps. The inner and outer of both rims. We're talking about both rims at the same time. Securely mounted, not cracked or damaged, not bent, no illegal holes or welds, and not leaking. My tire walls and tread of both tires. Securely mounted, no abrasion, bulges, cuts, and not leaking. Evenly worn across both tires. What I screw up now?
I'm not sure.
Just a second.